Welcome. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to develop a new service offering. Here's a quick overview of what I'm going to cover in this video. First, I'm going to talk about how to design a new service offering. Then I'm going to get into how to launch it, how to market it, and how to sell it, of course. First, let's dive into how to design a new service offering from scratch. Well, assuming that you already have a business of some sort, or you at least have a good idea of who your ideal clients would be, you'll want to start with who you serve and what their pain points and problems are. I call this positioning. You are positioning your service offering in the market. What does positioning consist of? Well, it starts with, as I said earlier, who you serve, what their pain points and problems are, and most importantly, what is the promise of your new service offering? What is it that you want to create as an outcome for these people? The next thing you want to think about, once you have an idea of who you're serving, what problem you're solving, what that promise is, or the value proposition of your service offering, you'll want to think about how you're going to deliver it. Is it going to be a course? Is it going to be a live event or program? Is it going to be a one-on-one program? What is the type of program that you're delivering? And the reason that that's really important is, number one, it'll tell you who you can work with. For example, if you have an online course, you have a much broader audience globally than if you have a live in-person workshop. Another thing that that'll help you determine is how to price your program. Are you in a mass market offering, or is this a boutique offering? Pricing your program also has a lot to do with who you're offering it to. If your audience is very high-end, has a lot of money, has a big urgency around whatever it is this problem is that they need to solve, then you can usually charge a lot more. But if your audience does not have a lot of money, they're dispersed all over, and they don't have a huge amount of urgency, then you would charge a lot less. Now, my advice, by the way, is to always go for the boutique market. Another thing you'll want to think about is, how are you going to deliver this? And I don't just mean the format of it, but the timing of it, the structuring of it, the organization of it. So a lot of times it's really kind of ironic or paradoxical. The things that are the mass market, broadly available, global, like a course or an online program, those things often take a lot more time and energy to create up front, because you might have to create a course and create the platform and pre-record all the material and load it all up and create the drip sequence and create the landing page and the sales page. So a lot of times the mass market products that are low price point cost a lot more to develop up front, whereas the more boutique offerings can be more bespoke, right? You just do a hands-on thing, and often, not always, that's actually easier, in my opinion, to produce than these mass market offerings. And the beautiful thing about these boutique offerings is that they have higher price points, and they generally are way more profitable. So before I get into how to launch and how to market and sell this new offering that you've just designed, I invite you to like this video, subscribe to my channel, sign up for alerts by hitting the little alert bell button, and if you feel called, write a comment below. Let me know if this is making sense to you, if you like this, and maybe even if you have suggestions for future videos. So how to launch a new service offering. Well, my advice is, before you go out and launch this new thing to the world, consider trying with a test market or a test audience, what people in the software industry might call a beta. So a beta program is something that you try out, float, which is not fully developed or fully ready for broad consumption. So what you can do with a beta is maybe call up or offer it to a few close people to try it out first and give you their feedback so that you can tweak whatever the offering is, make it better before you offer it more broadly. Another cool thing about a beta, especially if what you're talking about is some sort of group coaching program or group offering, you can start to seed the group with those members of the beta, and they can sort of be your founding members or your core members. Another model that this works really well for is membership models. Another thing to think about as you're developing this launch strategy and this beta strategy is to invite the people who love you the most and start it with that level of intimacy. People who know who you are, know what you do, admire you, trust you, because those people are going to help you make this service offering even better, and they might even share it with their friends. Another strategy for launch is to do what's called a whisper campaign. A whisper campaign is where you don't offer it broadly, but you put out some strategic little hints that something new is coming, letting people know, hey, something great is coming. Hey, soon I'm going to share with you this new thing that I'm doing, and start to create some buzz in advance of actually launching your program. So let's talk about marketing your service offering once you've got it developed, once you've got it launched. How do you market it on an ongoing basis? Well, I personally am a big believer, especially if you're some sort of coach or consultant or expert of any kind, to market it through content marketing. What is content marketing? Well, you're looking at it right now. Content marketing is what I do with my YouTube videos. I also do it with blogging. I do it with email marketing. All of my marketing is centered around adding value to people for free so that I can attract the people that are most drawn to my content and identify those few people who are really eager to go to the next level. So I'm a big believer in content marketing, and if you like that idea, you can check out some of my playlists, some of my videos on how to do thought leadership marketing and content marketing. Another great way to market your new service offering is through referrals. Remember that beta group that we talked about earlier? One of the best reasons to do a beta group is that those people can then be referral partners and help you to drum up more interest in this new offering. Social proof is one of the most effective strategies for marketing. What social proof is people seeing someone else that they admire and that they trust, or someone that looks like somebody they should admire and trust, talking well about a certain product or service. So if you can gather testimonials from your core beta group and even from your clients as they come through, and then use those in your marketing, that is really, really powerful. Finally, but absolutely not least important, this is maybe the most important thing, is how do you sell a new service offering? The difference between selling something you've been doing for years and selling something brand new is that this brand new thing may not have a track record yet, but you can still sell on your track record of delivering on other promises in the past. Another thing that you can do to help build credibility for something brand new is to tap into that social proof I talked about earlier. And my advice, my recommendation is, especially when you're starting out to sell something new, to sell over the phone or on Zoom, rather than trying to have a landing page or a website or a webinar do the selling for you. Really developing that conversation so that you can see what works, what doesn't work, and start to pull together the language, the examples, the strategies, and the skills that really make that sale happen. And then from that place, start to translate that into maybe a sales page or a webinar or something that can sell this for you in a more automated way. If you found this helpful and you're developing service offerings, especially if you're a speaker, an author, a coach, or a consultant, let's connect. I can help you grow your sales and grow your business, and we can talk about if and how I can do that on a discovery call. So you can do that by booking a free discovery call at superstaractivator.com/go, or just click on the link below.